So where's the tragedy come? Where's the tragedy to begin with? And who's doing the pimping? Nothing wrong with a pimp with the strong backhands. Well, if it's just the internet, why are you still making posts, Steve? Why are we here still talking about this? Can we move on?
Hello?
Okay. Can you just answer one question for me? All I want you to answer is why the different energy for Mark and Tina versus everyone else? That's all I need to know.
Okay.
And if you don't want to answer me, tell me to fuck off. You're never going to know, Fupa.
No, I'll explain it to you. Do you hold Mr. T to a certain standard? Do you hold Tina D to a certain standard? Do you assume that they're going to be yelling and screaming, talking shit, telling lies, trying to get money? Do you hold them to that standard and you expect that from them?
That's not the standard I hold them to. No, I hold you all to the same standard. That's why I walked away from them and I don't watch them anymore, because I know what to expect and they're not up to my standards. I'm not dealing with that type of hateful shit.
Because you know that's exactly what you're going to get from them, right?
Correct.
Okay. So when I have people like Jake on my panel, that for the first 12 times they were on my panel, they were very respectful and followed the rules and didn't do any of that kind of stuff. And then over the course of, 3 or 4 or 5 live streams, they started going down this trail where the first time they would do it like once on the stream and then say sorry, and then the next stream they would do it 2 times and say sorry, I know I'm not supposed to do that, and then got to the point where he was doing stuff and then saying, well, just kick me, I'm not going to stop, just kick me, I'm not going to stop. Do you understand that I was holding Jake to a different standard? Because he was respectful and he was polite and he respected the rules at the asylum. And then got to a point where he didn't respect it and had no respect for me and had no respect for my channel, and then apologized for it and said, you're right, Steve. I showed you no respect. And I understand that he wants to say stuff to Tina D. And I understand that he got triggered up and did that. But you need to understand that I am holding them to different standards, just like I hold you to a different standard. I was shocked that you sat up here yesterday and we're talking about you were going to tell me how to save my channel, like my channel's dying, or like it's going to.
I'm going to tell you how to save your channel. I never said that.
Yeah.
What I said was the only way I can
your exact words were, I'm sorry, Steve, but in order to save your channel, those were your exact words.
Well, that's where my words, and I stand by it.
Okay, well, why do you think my channel needs to be saved?
Because people are starting to turn away.
And what gives you the right to think you can do what I do? What gives you what makes you think that you would have the patience to sit there with these people screaming and yelling like banshees and fools and idiots?
I will fully admit I don't have the patience, because I hold everybody to the same standard. I don't give different standards to different people. So no, it would not work with me, because I'd have cussed them out the second they started bringing up family members. I'd have told them not happening.
Oh, okay.
You're sitting here saying, Steve, that you let them get away with it first because you have different standards for them. How is that right for everybody else? How is it right for them not to hit their breaking point of them constantly doing it and getting away with it? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so let me put it to you this way. Are you a doxer? Do you dox people?
No, absolutely not.
But if people dox you, I would not expect you to dox them back. But if somebody came on my panel and doxed you, and then you turn around and dox them, I would be, whoa, Fupa, what are you doing? Because I don't hold you to the same standard as the person that would be doxing you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe saying holding people to a different standard isn't fitting the vocabulary that you need me to say it as, but that's what I'm explaining. I expect certain things out of certain people. People are categorized in different levels. If you did it, I would be, whoa, fupa, what the fuck are you doing? But if somebody else did it that I expected it from, I'd be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You ain't gonna fucking do that here. But if you did it, I'd be like, whoa, stop. What the fuck are you doing?
So you're telling me the only way you're willing to call somebody out is if you think highly of them and have better standards. They're not allowed to do what that. But so Jake,
No. Usually, I call somebody out when they come at me. If somebody comes at me and fucks with me, then I'm going to fucking retort to them. I try to let people get away with as much as I possibly can at the asylum without it breaking my rules. There's certain people that have been exiled because every time they come there, they can't even fucking follow the rules for 30 fucking seconds. And there's certain people, and there's people, there's certain people that should be exiled that haven't been exiled yet. But me and Lena talk about it, and there's several people that are like literally moments away from being exiled. When they pull the fucking shit again, it's going to be, sorry, you can't fucking come back here ever fucking again.
I fully understand, Steve. Thank you for.
But you have to also understand how many people want to be able to call Mr. T out, and how many people want to be able to call Tina D out. So by not having them there, that's taking the ability, the whole reason that the asylum exists, away from people. People like Noodles, people like Camillo, people like Dave 25, people like Cadillac Sam. I have no problem exiling them because there's not 50 or 100 people that want to see them get called out. They're already fucking like, I just don't want nothing to do with these fucking people no more. But there's whole restream channels for Mr. T. Mr. T is being talked about, and Tina D are talked about every day.
That's not got nothing to do with me, though, in my opinion.
Exactly, but it does have something to do with the asylum.
The restream has something to do with you?
No. The fact that when Restream Base is streaming, there's 50, 60, 70 people watching Mr. T and typing stuff in the side chat. And there's people in my side chat that want to be able to call these people out. There's people that want to call out Timmy K. There's people that want to call out Jake. There's people that want to call these people out. Am I supposed to just slowly exile everybody till all I'm doing is sitting there with three people saying,
you're confusing the message of what we've said. We don't want you to exile them because that's what your channel is. Everybody wants to be able to come over there and have fair treatment as the other side, not any better. We just wanted fair treatment while the argument was happening. We do not want them exiled. Otherwise, there's no show.
Exactly.
That's all I was ever saying, was we wanted fair treatment. If they were going to get nasty with Jake or Kimmy or me, we wanted to be able to give them the same energy. That's all we wanted.
And you can.
Bullshit! You yell whenever they did.
What do you mean?
What
do you mean? Okay. First of all, you've never even been on the fucking panel, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I saw what was happening.
You've never even been on the panel. You sat on Mr. T's panel with me saying, yeah, I'll be on your panel tomorrow. And you still didn't click the fucking link. And you're sitting here preaching at me when you sat on Mr. T's talking about how great of a fucking guy he was and supporting what he did for years and years and years. And then one day you started calling out everything he did for the last 2 years. So why are you different than me? Why can't I do the same shit you do?
Because I finally caught him red-handed in all his lies. In the back chat, I caught him red-handed. He admitted the shit to me. When I had the 100% proof that certain things were all lies, those are the things I spoke on Mr. T about.
So wait a minute. When he did the fake divorce scam and collected thousands of money for a divorce, didn't get a divorce. You didn't understand that wasn't real.
I still never saw proof from anybody that there was a divorce or not. I still don't know if it was fake or not. I've never seen proof of paperwork anywhere.
they still lived together after that happened.
My mom and dad divorced. They lived together for 4 years afterwards.
They're still not divorced, right?
I assume they are divorced. I don't know if they are or not. That's got nothing. You see, we're getting all sidetracked with it. I didn't come on your panel because I saw how
The
things
deal
were going.
is you because what you said was, oh, I see how Steve is now. When somebody comes at Steve, then Steve is gonna bring up a bunch of stuff, and you find out how Steve really feels. That's what you
What
said,
I
right?
said was, I found it funny how you and Abe, and not too long ago, and I'm talking just a few weeks or a month ago, you defended when I called, said that what's his face, Abe, had a Carlos account. You're like, I don't think so. He's always talked good about me. He would not be the one to come at me under a Carlos account. You said amazing things about him and defended him. Okay. And then when you fought with him the other day, I heard the most vile things that you've been thinking about him. You're this and you were that. How about you did this? Disgusting shit, dude. Okay, if you've always felt that, well, that's two-faced, Steve, that you've always thought that, but you were friends with him and saying good things a month ago. What the fuck is
I
that?
still don't think Abe was a Carlos account.
He absolutely.
He absolutely I
is.
still don't think Abe is ever gonna call me a strangler.
He
I still
absolutely
stand
is
by
one of the
that. What do you mean? I still
Well,
stand
I
by
stand
that.
by that. He is a Carlos account.
Okay, and you have the right to think that, and I have the right to think not.
So that's a
Steve,
mute point. Why are we even talking about that? You asked me why you said you never came on, so why should you have an opinion? Because I sit back and watch how things go before I get up on panels. I always have. Everyone knows that about me in all these years. I didn't go up because I saw the way things were going. If I'm going to have a fight with someone and call them out, I want it to be a fair fight, and it's not a fair fight. End of.
hey Steve, back when you
Yes.
were in Guest Mom, I'm pretty sure Abe used to call you a strangler.
I don't think so. Even when I was in Guest Mob,
He used to have a name for you. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm just saying, like he did used to have a name for you. I can't quite remember at this time what it was. Maybe if we look through some of his real old videos,
That's the whole point of Abe's Carlos account that he has. The whole point of that account is to be able to say, even to the people he pretends to be friends with, so he can tell them what he really thinks and not be held accountable for that. That's the whole point of a Carlos account. You know how many Carlos accounts are now since you guys all brought all this recognition, not you particular, but Boyd brought all the recognition to this dumb Carlos? There was like 6 new ones that have been made. I don't think people are clicking and going to the channel to be able to tell the difference between, there's like 7 of them right now that I can count.
well, I'm not, because I have every
I don't think you
Carlos
are.
account blocked.
I don't think you are a Carlos account because you have no problem confronting people and saying what's on your mind. Maybe you wait till you're mad at someone to say the truth, but at least you're willing to say it. Steve,
Oh, okay.
dude, I don't want to fight with you. I spoke my mind.
I'm
opinion.
not gonna fight with you.
I just don't think there's fair fights because I've never
would I
once
fight
seen
with
you
you just
correct
because
them.
our means don't match on something?
I do not want you to boot them, get rid of them, because that's the show. I get it. It's you're friends with them. You're friends with everyone else. I just was expecting, and that's my bad for holding everybody the same expectations and quality of person. I get it. You don't want to call them out. You're not gonna. That's cool. Now I know that.
Jake,
So I
do you have Lena? Do you have Lena blocked in your side chat?
I have no idea.
I've never blocked anyone here, so I wouldn't know if she is.
Yeah, she just said she's chat blocked.
Oh well. Like I say, sometimes people come and they say something and they get blocked. It's not always me that does the blocking, just like you. I have everyone that's a fucking mod, and sometimes people come in and they say something. Maybe I did it. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm just saying. I'm having a look right now, but
And Steve, also, I have no problem with anything you're explaining to me and what you're saying. I'm just saying I fully understand now, and now I can shut about because I get it. I know where you're coming from. I may not like it or think it's fair, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, and that's your prerogative. I expect you to keep being you, and I'm going to keep being me.
Correct.
I mean, of course, I'm not going to agree with everything you think and everything you say, and I don't expect you to agree with everything I think and everything I say. I mean, if that was the case, there'd be no drama community in the first place, right?
Facts. I don't agree with everything Jake says. I got on him about that 14-year-old shit. I'm like, come on, Jake. Maybe I don't take things serious enough around here or what, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay, keep it real. Says he blocked her yesterday because he thought it was a troll account, but it's I don't know why he would think it was a troll account.
I'm just looking now anyway, so.
Yeah, I only block if the channel holder tells me to. Otherwise, I don't feel like it's my decision to make.
There you go, it's corrected for now. Who knows?
All right, well, any more questions for me?
Nope. Jake might, but I don't.
I don't really have that much to say. Like I say, I've been saying what I want to say. Whether Steve's here or not to hear it, it doesn't really matter to me because I'll say what I want to say when I want to say it.
That's right.
And at this time, I think Steve's listened to most things that I've had to say so far, so to say it again would be basically just repeating.
Well, I haven't been listening to all the streams, and I didn't listen to the what do you call it? Reaction to my live stream. But
Steve, I'll tell you, it's very simple why my gripe started with you. You know, you know from day one when I told you when your stream ended that I had a clip somewhere. I haven't found it yet because I haven't really been looking that hard for it, but I have been slowly going through my clips. But I said that Albert was fucking wanted to sit there and trash my looks and my illness, etc. Then I will fucking trash him. I told you that. And then when Tina sat there saying to you, Jake, you know what Jake's saying? He's saying that Albert talked trash on his daughter. To me, in my mind, you should have said, no, Jake didn't say that because I've never said that.
Well, but here's the thing, Jake. How am I to know that in some time in one of your live streams you didn't say that? Because how do I know that Albert didn't say that?
Okay, so
I don't know if Albert ever talked about your daughter. I don't know if you ever heard him talk about your daughter. I don't know if you said that you were going to add them to the clips. All I know is that on my panel, you said that you had a whole bunch of clips of Albert talking about you and making fun of you, and you were going to put them on an 8-hour loop, and like you do when you go to sleep, and play it over and over again. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the ability to watch everything everybody says. I mean, let's be honest. Mr. T is probably live right now. I can't possibly be here and then be held responsible for hearing everything he has to say at the same time, right? I can't physically do it. I'm one person.
I listen to you,
and I don't spend all day on the internet.
I listen to you. And you said she's sitting there saying that about Albert, claiming that I said that about Albert. And then she's calling me out to come on your panel the next day to fucking and produce the clip, which don't exist because I've never said that about him. I've never made that claim. And then this is what got to me, was that you then went on and started talking about, well, Jake said said that he had a clip and he was going to put it on an 8-hour feed and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here like, hang on, I didn't say that because you're talking about fucking, I was going to put it on a clip, on a loop and fucking play it. But that wasn't what I was going to do it. And she's making this accusation because now everyone's running around saying I made that accusation.
Well, here's the thing, Jake. I didn't know that you never said it until you told me you never said it, that the clips were specifically about Albert talking about your illness and making fun of your looks. That's why on my live stream, I was able to say that is all you said because that's what you told me.
Yeah, well, like I say, I just fucking called you out for that because that's how I felt.
But the fact of the matter is I got in your side chat, 10 minutes ago? I saw one clip that somebody posted about you saying that I was in messages with a 14-year-old, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't know what all else was said. I typed in your side chat when I got here. I don't know what all you said in the hours leading up to that.
Listen to the beginning of my stream, and it only take 5 minutes, and you'll hear what I actually said because I never actually I actually said that fucking I'm not making this accusation. I was just wondering if that's why you got triggered because I remember Isaac fucking going at you about some fucking message you sent to a fucking 14-year-old.
And first off, it wasn't a message. They were tweets on Twitter.
Or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I remembered Isaac had fucking made that on one of the fucking fights you and Isaac had. I remember him having a go at you about that, and you two sat there arguing and all that shit. And it got pointed out to me last night that fucking maybe that's why you got so fucking heated when I made a comments about Lena being a 14-year-old boy or whatever.
And see again.
And so, no, I'm just throwing out the same thing, but I never actually fucking made any big allegation, and everyone was telling me, Jake, don't go there and all that shit. And I said, like, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I'm wondering if that's why it hit a nerve with you. That's all I was saying. I wasn't making, and I even said that I'm not throwing shade on you. It's just that's a story that's been told, and I just wonder if that's why it hit a nerve with you, because yesterday you kept on going back to a 14-year-old. And we were sitting there like, why is he triggered up so much about that comment? And that's why we wondered if that's why.
Because that is my girlfriend. That is the woman I love. That's
she
why.
Needs to shut her mouth at times too.
Why does she need to shut her mouth? Why is her opinion not as valid as anybody else's? Why would she have to shut her mouth?
But then we can respond in kind.
Exactly, but I wouldn't expect you to go to Steve is with a 14-year-old boy. I wouldn't have expected you to go there with me, especially after I sat there.
Well, I was saying, who the fuck is Lena? We don't know who Lena is.
Kiwi boy bullshit. That you would turn around and do the same bullshit to me that I defended you about. I expected more of you.
Who the fuck is Lena?
None of your business who she is.
That's what I was saying. When Lena was throwing shade at me, I threw shade back. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and you took it to the level that Steve must be with a 14-year-old boy. I expected more from you. I expected more from you.
When she's sitting there saying that I'm fucking obsessing about
being with a 14-year-old boy and accuse Lena of being a 14-year-old boy. But you know what? I guess in the reality of things is I should have expected that from you. I should have. I should have expected for you to go to that level and say, "Oh, Steve must be a pedophile." I should have expected that from you, right?
And you have to expect trash to come back.
Yes, you're right. I should have expected you to immediately go to Steve must be a pedophile.
Because you won't fucking sit there and fucking take any responsibility for what your girlfriend, boyfriend may or may not have said. You want to defend them, and I respect that, Steve.
And you want to immediately go to Steve must be a pedophile.
I respect that you want to fucking...
I expected more from you, but I shouldn't have, because the fact of the matter is
but it doesn't
you're never
mean your
going to
girlfriend
change.
is right.
You're
But
always
it
going to be
doesn't mean your
Jakey
girlfriend is
Poo,
right.
shit
You
wiper,
can
I'm a
sit there.
liar.
You
You're
can
always
sit
going to
there
be
and
that
defend
person.
your
You're always going to be
girlfriend.
that person
You can
that
sit
wants
there
to
and
resort
defend
to
your girlfriend, but it
doxing and
doesn't
calling
mean they're
people's
always right,
work and
Steve.
going real life
It
and calling
doesn't
people
mean your girlfriend
pedophiles and
is always
talk
right.
about people's kids and then whine like a little bitch when
Are you
someone
gonna
talks
fucking
about your
shut up
kid.
and listen with
Nothing's
your
ever going to
ears?
change with you, Jake. Nothing's
Yeah,
ever
and
going to
nothing's
change
gonna
with you.
change with
You
you,
can
Steve.
whine and cry about the treatment
Yeah,
that you
whine
get
and
on
cry.
the
Don't cry
internet
that your
like a
fucking
little
girlfriend,
fucking
boyfriend,
bitch, but you
whatever the
think
fuck
you
it
can
is.
dish it out to other people,
Because
but
you
you
don't like
cry
to
like a
fucking
little
hear any
baby
truths
when
about it.
Steve doesn't
You
white
don't like
knight
the
for
truth,
you.
Steve. You don't like the truth, Steve.
What's the truth,
You don't
Jake?
like the truth.
The truth is you
Now,
immediately
don't
went
sit here
to
and try and
Steve's a
tell your
pedophile.
truth.
The
No.
truth of the matter is you immediately went to Steve's a pedophile. He's with a 14-year-old boy.
Well, when you're no, I said that about your
Yes,
girlfriend.
the fuck you didn't.
How do we know? How do
The
we know?
fuck you
How do
didn't.
we
Take
know,
accountability for your
How do we
actions.
know?
You
How
want me
do
to
we
take
know? I
accountability
am
for my
taking
actions?
accountability.
I'll take
I
accountability
am
for my
taking
actions.
accountability.
While I
I
was
am.
with
I'm
Guest
saying
Mob,
right
I
now,
was a
how do we
total
know?
piece of
How
shit.
do we know,
And I
Steve?
sat next
How
to a
do we
man
know?
who went
How
goes
do we
to the
know? How
let
do
me
we
take
know?
accountability for my
How
actions.
do we know?
Let
How
me take
do we know?
accountability for my actions.
How
While I
do we
was with
know?
Guest Mob, this is what you want, Jake. While I
Answer the
was with
question,
Guest
Steve.
Mob, I
Steve,
sat
answer the
beside a
simple question.
man who
How do we
did
know? How do we
vile,
know who or what
disgusting
Lena is?
shit. Who
How do
doxed
we know
people,
who or
who
what Lena
called
is?
people's
How
employers,
do
who
we
called
know
people's
who or what Lena
families,
is?
who
Why
talked
are you
about
avoiding
people's
that question,
children.
Steve?
The same
Why are
shit
you
Jake
avoiding
does
that
on a
question?
daily basis.
Why
You're right.
are
I
you
sat next
avoiding
to
the
somebody who
question?
is just
Why?
like you.
Why? Does it hurt? Is it something you can't answer?
What? I can answer anything you fucking want. What do you want to know?
Who or what is your girlfriend?
My girlfriend is Lena.
And if your girlfriend wants to sit there and fucking throw accusations and shade, then sorry, big boy, they're not excluded. While you fucking might want to defend them, it doesn't mean that your girlfriend is always right. It does not mean
I
that your
didn't
girlfriend
say
is
she's
not
always
sitting
right.
there stirring the shit up and you want to defend them. And I respect you as a man who's defending his girlfriend.
If you respected me as a man defending my girlfriend, why was your first initial thing was to say Steve's a pedophile?
On your panels, dude. Your girlfriend wants to stir the shit up, and while you want to defend her, that's cool, bro. But it doesn't mean she's always right.
Who said she's always right?
Well, that
doesn't mean that she's not entitled to her opinion.
You're defending everything, and I respect
because
that.
she's entitled to her opinion, and she's entitled to say anything she wants, just like you are.
I'm entitled to mine.
Exactly.
So don't cry about mine. Don't cry about mine.
I'm not crying about it.
You are. You're saying that I went to say that she could be a 14-year-old boy. I don't know
that's
who the
disgusting.
fuck is.
That's disgusting that you are one of them people that immediately goes to, oh, he's a pedophile. It's disgusting. And the people that support your actions, calling me a pedophile, are just as fucked up.
Look how triggered you are. Look how triggered you are.
Oh, I'm so
your
triggered.
Your girlfriend was implying that I'm
so triggered. I'm so triggered. I think, you know what? You're the one who typed a goddamn
You don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. Your girlfriend was making those implying that about me.
What?
So
implying what about you? What did my girlfriend imply about you, Jake?
She was implying that I like young people. So I responded in kind.
Oh, did she?
Yes, she did.
Oh.
More than once.
Oh, maybe it was because you told an 18-year-old you were going to suck their dick.
18 is legal, you idiot.
I don't care if it's legal. It's still fucking disgusting.
18 is a legal adult.
Okay.
His mother
then go suck 18-year-olds' dicks. I still find that fucking disgusting.
I don't give a fuck if you find it disgusting. I don't give a fuck. You listen to people all the fucking time. Abe telling people to suck cocks. Fucking they'll suck cocks, they'll suck cock, they'll suck cock. You hear people all the fucking time, but you don't want to get all offended by that.
What makes you
hear
think I'm not
people call
offended by
people
that?
fags all the time.
What makes you think I'm not offended by that?
Well, you want to jump up and
What
down and
makes
cry
you such
because
a
I do it.
grandiose
I
authority
don't give
on
a
Steve
fuck about
Billings?
your opinion, Steve.
Well, good. I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck if you give a fuck about my opinion. Why would I?
I'm crying about it.
Who's crying? Who made the 1,000-word fucking essay on fucking their community page about me? Who tweeted me 10 fucking times and then realized they were so fucking triggered up and started deleting the fucking
I
tweets?
couldn't
That wasn't
fucking
me. I made 2 fucking memes. You made 10 fucking
tried
tweets,
over
a
and over and
1,000-word essay on fucking your community tab, did a fucking 8-hour fucking live stream about me. You're triggered up out of your fucking
sitting over there
mind
making
because
memes
I
today
didn't
because I'm
protect
talking about
you
you.
from big bad Tina D, you fucking pussy ass bitch boy.
I wasn't
You're
asking you
supposed to
to
be some
protect
big
me.
bad. I'm
Who
the
was asking you to protect me,
bad
you fucking
guy.
idiot?
I'm the bad guy. You're a pussy,
Oh, because I
Jay.
had a name, the bad guy. You're a fucking idiot.
I'm an idiot. You had to stoop to the
fucking
level
guy.
to say that Lena's a 14-year-old boy and call me a pedophile. Who's
How do
the
we
one
know
who's
she's
triggered up,
not?
Jake?
How do we
Who's
know?
triggered
How do we
up?
know? How do we know?